So how y'all doing today? I hope you're having a good sunshiny day today, like I am. And I feel real lucky. I have a nice synthetic wig on today, and it feels good. It's a short pixie, as you can see. I just want to introduce these wigs in case you're new to wigs, and give you some ideas of how you can go through life and not worry about thinning hair or hair loss and feel comfortable. So that's what I've been able to do with just trial and error. You know, there's different brands of wigs now, that many more brands than there used to be decades ago. And it's great to just watch the videos, get ideas from other girls, and the guys can also learn from this, I'm sure, and be sympathetic to those females in your life. I hope you can. So anyway, this is Ivy. Ivy's a short little pixie. I got her in blonde, and she's from Envy. Envy is the name of the brand. Micki is her style name, and dark blonde is her color. Dark blonde B. And she came in this really cute box, this little polka dot box, in green and white. I'll show you inside for the newbies, okay? It usually comes in a cardboard shipping box, and then the box inside you open up and you can find the branding material in there, care instructions, excuse me, some like industrial real strong bobby pins that you can use for a number of different reasons if you want to. But it's a nice way to trial and error, because most of the manufacturers nowadays will let you return a piece, hair piece, or wig, I should call it, after you try it. They understand that women are going through some struggles of selecting the perfect one online, and they'll even help you. Some of them have call centers to guide you. You can email them back and forth some photographs of kind of what your hair looked like prior to your hair loss, and they can walk you through some different ideas if that's the kind of counseling you need to make the right selection and feel comfortable. So there's all kinds of things you could do nowadays. There are a few wig shops here and there in the bigger cities. You can do that. I haven't had as much luck with that. I find them to be a little more sales oriented than I feel comfortable with, and the pricing reflects that they have a brick and mortar shop. In other words, they're more expensive. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you Ivy here, and I've had her for about a month. She has a long bang that you can play around with or piece out. I wrinkle my nose sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, so I apologize for being goofy. But a lot of women say, you know, once I get the wig on, what do I do once it's, you know, from the box? And shake it before you even put it on your head. Now that sounds kind of weird, because shaking up the fibers or the hair that you've just gotten for yourself might seem counterintuitive, like you're going to mess it up instead of fix it up. But indeed, you just want to bring this wig to life. It's been laying in a box for several days in shipping, and possibly a few weeks, months on the shelf at the outlet that you selected it from. So give it a little shake and liven it up, and you can always style it afterwards, okay? So let's just pretend Miss Ivy here just got all shaken up, shook up. All right, now, can you see her? I have a tripod today. I've upgraded, so I don't have my arms sticking up, breaking, trying to record myself. So here she is, side, This area, the area I just pointed to, they call the nap, or nap of the neck. So much for the tripod, I just kicked it. And the other side. And what you'll find most women do for styling is they use their fingertips. If they like that, just ran some errands, got out of the car, and here I am, look. Or some people are real more conservative, and that's cool. They might like the wide tooth comb, which is specifically for wigs, so you don't pull so much on the hair to break it. It's not fragile, but the manufacturers want you to keep their product and be pleased with it for at least a year, probably more if you do take care of it. So if you want it more conservative, you can do that. And I had purchased this. It's a conditioning mist, and I usually, when I'm at home, not by the lake, but I put a little tap water there, moisten my hands, and then spray the little spritz right here, rub it together, and then just use this for any flyaways that I'd like to tame. Okay. I have to use my mirror to see where my flyaways are. Give it a little tap. So you can really tame it as much as you want. But if you look at natural bio hair, if you look at natural hair that you're born with, and you check it maybe, or someone else's hair, or a sister of yours or a friend, and just notice what happens to the part area or the hair through the day. And you'll see flyaways or little breakage in the hair is natural. So if you overfix wigs, I find that it makes it look a little more suspicious if you don't want them to, the public to know you're wearing a wig. But if it's not a concern to you and you like it that way, you do it, okay? You can just do it with water too before you get any sprays. But this specific spray, the Gem Turquoise Conditioning Mist, this is something I was recommended, and it's basically to add moisture back into a wig if you've had it a while and it starts to lose a little moisture, and it might feel I don't want to say crunchy, but just a little, like it just needs a little shine or a little moisture. So wherever there's friction also, let's say I have a jacket on and the collar is up here and I'm going back and forth looking and driving, I might get friction here at the nape, or if the hair is longer, I'll get friction underneath the longer locks of hair. You might find that wig underneath would feel a little more dry from that friction. So you would pull that up or take it off first, and underneath the nap, spray this, let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. And you can leave it in, or if you find you prefer to rinse it out a little bit, if it's too much, you can do that too. So you can't really mess it up. You can always wash these out if you get too much product in it. So here I mentioned an MV, which is a really nice line of wigs because it seems to fit my head quite nicely. It's comfortable, and I have a 22.25 inch circumference, which means when I measure, I take a tape measure from the top hairline going behind the ear to the bottom nap of where my hairline is. And then I look at the tape measure to see what measurement that is. That's called the circumference of your head. So when you look at different manufacturers, they can vary from 1 to 2 inches of what the average size is. Now, a few of them do come in large sizes for someone who has a larger head, and almost all of them have adjustable tabs in case you have a petite head. You can do like a bra strap Velcro or a bra strap slide that they have built into the cap to make it a little smaller for yourself. So there's a lot of things you can do once you get the wig. But like I said, shake it out first so you get that idea of what it's going to look like. And then pull it back so it's not too far down on your head, because a lot of newbie wig wearers will go through the day like this. Okay? And ladies who aren't up on the latest thing might be older, and you might have seen people who wear a wig like this. But in the true style of what it's intended for, you're supposed to put 4 fingers between your top of your brow and that, in this case, lace hairline. Okay? So there's my 4 fingers. Let it rest. Piece it up. And you can tease these wigs also if you wanted to. I brought my normal little comb. So on special occasions, if I wanted to get a little more tease or lift, I could do that. Or if you'd rather not disturb your hair, because you know that this isn't going to grow back, you want to take care of it as much as you can, you might want to get some cream or styling cream that you can piece into your fingers and just bring it into the root and lift it. Or you can go to the restroom and just rough it up right down to the cap. All right? Does that help you see what happens? So you can get quite a few different looks from one wig. Now, the color selection is usually the hardest thing, I find, because everyone has different tones in their skin. So finding that right match that you're comfortable with possibly your glasses or your outfits, maybe you tend to the cooler shades like I do, or maybe you tend to the warmer shades that look best on you. That might have something to do with what wigs also will look good on you. But that's the trial and error part. Get used to it, girls, because that's half the fun. It's all right not to get the right one in the first 2 or 3 tries. And then you'll start to narrow down your choices and see what's good and bad. And you'll be educated before you know it on what to pick and look great. I'm sure of it.